Hello everyone, welcome to the What Vicki Made YouTube channel. My name's Vicki and I'm here to chat to you today about everything I've been getting up to in the last month. So if you followed me on YouTube for a while, you'll know that I've previously done monthly crafty catch-ups, although I think it's been over a year now since I did my last one. So I'm not going to catch you up today on everything that's happened in the last year, but I am going to try and be more regular with my YouTube videos. So like, subscribe if you haven't done already, and fingers crossed, I'll have lots of monthly catch-ups for you like this one, and also chatting about other sewing related topics and other crafts as well. So let me know in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to hear from me. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as What Vicki Made, and also TikTok. So you can follow me on other platforms as well, and I really like to share lots and lots of sewing tips, tricks, and inspiration mainly. So I thought I'd start off today and chat to you about some of my recent makes over the last month. The most recent thing I've been making is the Ingrid dress from Homer and Howells. So if you haven't seen this dress already, I have actually made it twice. It's a really beautiful dress with very unique style lines. I'll put in a line drawing here so that you can see. And one side's got a drop waist and then the other side's got like a slanted waist. It's very interesting, and I really love the look of it. So I've made it twice already, and I think I've made it in a standard size 18. My measurements have changed a bit recently, but it does still fit me nicely, so I haven't cut out a bigger size. And this one I've made in a viscose crepe that's come from Sew Me Sunshine. It was a fabric that they gifted me last year, and it's an Atelier brunette, so it's very beautiful. I've just been trying to decide and commit to what I want to make with it. So I've gone with the Ingrid. I've lengthened it by 8 inches because I wanted a longer length dress, and then I've also put slits in the side seam, and the only thing I've got left to do now is put in the second sleeve and then hem the bottom. So I think this is going to look really beautiful, and I'm imagining it as it gets colder with a nice cardigan or a knitted vest or a quilted slipover. Lots of style ideas for this. So, and I think the colours as well are just so easy for me to wear. So yes, I'm very excited about this one. And if you haven't made a pattern by Homer and Howells before, then I think they have a small collection of patterns, but they're so beautifully drafted. I really do enjoy making them. They are limited on their size range though, so just bear that in mind. And then the next thing I've been working on is actually an upcycle. So I bought 4 garments from secondhand from Vinted, all in the same size. I posted a video actually on Instagram comparing them, because even though they were from the same brand in the same size, the fit of them is so different. It's kind of, well, I feel like it gives you no hope when you're shopping to, guarantee that you're going to be able to find things that fit you the same, even if you find one garment that fits you well. Anyway, I've bought these 4 boiler suits, and I've decided to amend the fit of them so that they fit me better, and also do some embellishments to them and make them feel a bit more me. So I will show you the one that I've been working on, and you might have seen a few photos of this on Instagram or Facebook already. So here is the recent boiler suit that I have been working on. So this originally was very long in the crotch. It had flared legs and it was too big on the hips for me. So what I've done in terms of fit is I've raised the crotch, I've straightened the leg and got rid of the flares, and I've taken some bulk out of the hips. I don't have very big hips in proportion to the rest of my body. So that's the fit adjustments I've made. And then to personalize it, I'm so excited about this. I hope you can see that well. I'll pop a photo in case you can't. I've been doing machine embroidery. I'm so chuffed with this. So I currently have on loan from Faf the Faf Creative 3.0, which is a sewing machine and an embroidery machine. And thank you to Eleanor Motters, who showed me how to use the software for digitizing my own illustrations. I'll be forever grateful for that, because honestly, when I first opened the MySewnet software, I was completely baffled by it. And she very kindly video called me and showed me some of the basics so that I can get my head around it. So what I do is I draw my own illustrations on the iPad, and then I digitize them with the MySewnet software, and then my machine sews them up for me. So this was done using 4 hoops. It was a real wrestle trying to get the boiler suit and the embroidery hoops. If you've tried to get anything in embroidery hoop before, it's much easier when it's a flat piece of fabric. So this is the back, and then I've also added a smaller illustration to the front. So I couldn't help putting this quote on: not fragile like a flower, fragile like a bomb. I really like that. I really like that quote. And I am considering adding some hand embroidery to the collar, and also I feel like the legs need some embroidery, so I'm thinking of unpicking the leg seams and embroidering flowers up the leg, probably to about the knee. Let me know what you think. But this has been so much fun, and I have got another boiler suit which is short sleeved in black, and I've got some very exciting plans for that one. So keep an eye out, and hopefully that's something I'll be able to share with you next month. So the other things I've recently made is actually some clothes for my children. So I've made the children's version of the Willow dress by Cinnamon Daisy. I made that twice for Iris, my little girl. She's 6 going on 7. So I made her 2 of those for a recent holiday we went to a festival. It was the Towersey Festival, and she chose her own fabric, and she went for a rainbow gingham with little hearts on, which is a little Johnny cotton, which she actually chose last year. I've just not got around to sewing it up for her. And then she also chose my houseplants fabric, which I really love that she loves the fabrics that I've designed. So that's one of the fabrics from my latest fabric collection, and it's lilac with a grid, and then it's got all houseplants over it. So I'll share some photos of her here so that you can have a look at those. It's a really, really sweet little girl's pattern, and it doesn't take too long to make. It's got cute little ties at the front and little puffy sleeves, and I love that it's got a slight drop neck to the back. And I was part of the pattern testing team for this pattern, so there is also a women's version which I've made once, and I really, really need to make it again. It is on my list of upcoming makes. I just haven't committed to what fabric I want to make it in yet. I did think I might make matching and use my houseplants print and match Iris. So let me know what you think. I feel like she would still think that that was really fun and cute, or maybe I'd just find it fun and cute. But I'm sure she wouldn't mind if I was matching her. And then the other thing I've recently made is a reversible bucket hat for my little boy Ezra. He's 4, will soon be 5 next month. So I'd made him a Jurassic Park one in May when we went to Morocco, and he somehow managed to lose it. Was very, very upset about it. And this time he chose a Hot Wheels fabric. So it's got one Hot Wheels on the outside and one on the inside, and it's super cute, and he's so happy with it. And I don't know about you, but I really like making bucket hats. I feel like there's something quite enjoyable. I mean, you don't have any fit issues to contend with. It doesn't need a lot of fabric, and when you give it to someone that really, really loves it, it's definitely worth the time. Yeah, so that is pretty much all of my recent projects that I've been working on. The only other thing is I'm also making the Ingrid sweater, which is a knitting project that I'm working on, and that's a pattern by Petite Knit. It's got really, really lovely detail on it, and I'm very much enjoying it. So I'll pop a picture of the pattern here, and I'm hoping I might get that finished this month. In time for the cooler weather. I really love styling slipovers over shirts and dresses, and I feel like they're just very, very versatile. So let's chat about patterns. I have recently got two new patterns. They're both very recent releases, which you may or may not have seen. So the team at Tilly and the Buttons sent me their new skirt pattern, the Ramona skirt, which is a pencil skirt and it comes in two lengths. So I don't know yet what fabric I'm going to use for this. I feel like it would be really good in a cord or a classic denim or maybe a canvas. I need to have a think about it. And I'm going to be excited to see what views other people have sewn up, because I always really love it when a new pattern comes out and you get to see different people's interpretations of it. So the other pattern I have is from Emporia Patterns, which was also a gifted pattern to me. I've got that one. It's also a recent release, and it's the Delilah pattern. So this is really clever because it is a self-drafted sundress. I'm going to pop a picture here, and it's got a sheared bodice, so super comfortable, floaty skirt, and then you can either have these wiggle straps, which I love, or a flutter sleeve. It's not one I've got around to making yet. Like I say, I've only quite recently got it, and I haven't had a lot of time for sewing as it's been the school holidays. Yeah, so check that one out too. I really like the Emporia patterns. They're another size inclusive pattern company, and their instructions are great. And I also think that, like Tilly and the Buttons, they're both really good beginner patterns as well. They're thorough instructions, and the ones that I've made are not too complex. So I definitely think they're well suited for a really good mix of capabilities. So I also thought I'd mention one last thing, and that's that I've got a couple of events coming up. So I've got a social sewing day in Claypole, which is a village, if you don't know it, between Newark and Lincoln. And it's a really fun day. I hosted one in July. You basically bring whatever project that you fancy working on. So anyone can come, and I will be there to help you with your projects. It's a great opportunity to ask me questions, get some help, whether it's on fit or a technique that you're not used to, and I will be there to help you. It's a really, really beautiful location. I love the village and the village hall. It's very aesthetically pleasing. And so I've got one at the end of the month. And then I've also got one on the 20th of October. There's a couple of tickets left for that one. So I'll pop a link in the caption below in case you would like to join me. And the other thing I've got coming up next month is the Stitches Supper Club. So I'm doing that with my friend Jill. You might know her. She was on the Sewing Bee in 2022, the year before me. And so I'm very excited about this one. Very good for friends with Jill. Love working with her. I'm very excited about the idea. We basically wanted to do something that was welcoming and friendly, and that anyone with an interest of sewing could go to. So you don't need to have lots of experience in sewing. Maybe you're just thinking about sewing and you haven't actually dipped your toes in the sewing water yet. And it's going to be an evening social. So there's going to be a sit down, relaxed meal with meze platters and sharing platters. And then you'll have the opportunity to chat with other like-minded people. Me and Jill are going to do a sewing themed quiz, and there might be a little special surprise from us during that. And Yeah, so if you have any questions about that one, it's in South Yorkshire and it's on the 26th of October. There's still a few tickets left. So I will also pop the link to that in the caption. And I think that's me caught up for this month. So it's been really great recording another video. It's been far too long. So I will see you again next month for another catch up for October. I hope you've enjoyed this video and let me know in the comments what you've been getting up to because I always love to hear that. And I'll speak with you soon. Bye.